there's so many of us that follow you and many other organizations who are trying to save the wild horses, and getting the word out there is a good thing. But what else can people do to make a big difference and try to save as many horses as we can?
Yeah, the horses always come up last in the priorities of the BLM in terms of protection. Because they are perceived to lack economic value. You know, the public lands are used for so many extractive uses like oil, gas, mining, and mostly livestock grazing. And so the horses are perceived to have no economic value. And so they need us to advocate for them. Obviously, it's not true that they don't have economic value. And this herd is a perfect example because they are a top tourist attraction for this beautiful Carson Valley where we're at. And they're promoted by the tourism board, they're embraced by the county board of commissioners. And so they do have economic value, but we do have to advocate for them. And since this is a federal issue, it's the federal government that's treating the horses in this way, rounding them up. The main thing that people can do is call their congress people. And it doesn't mean just one time call your congressman and move on. It really requires getting to know the congressional offices in the district. You can schedule meetings with the local staff. You can recruit your friends and neighbors to come and really let them know that their constituents care about wild horses and burros and want them treated humanely. And make it an issue, make it a local issue for your congressional representatives. And then of course your senators are the same. They're a little harder to reach because they represent the whole state, but they too will listen to constituents. So the more that people can get in front of these people, you can go to town halls and ask them questions. You can schedule meetings in their offices, bring your friends, bring your family, and just make an issue of it in your where you live. And they'll carry that back to Washington.
And I do feel like that's a big question for a lot of people is I don't know what to do. Literally, can I pick up the phone and I call and I say, I just want to have a meeting and I've got 10 people behind me that want to, have a conversation with you about the horses and maybe you can do it once a month, maybe not.
Yeah.
Is that the idea?
You can.
Okay.
Or when there's a particular timely bill to support, you can't call and write too much, especially if you're expanding beyond yourself and bringing more people in the community into the picture. I know, isn't that cool?
They're showing off. Like we're going to get our last show in here.
This is cool.
They're
he
adorable.
wants to lay down.